Okay, question 1. 24 rulers cost $7. So what I will do is this: 24 rulers cost $7. So you see, if Chewy bought 456 such rulers, so now Chewy has 456. How much did he pay for the rulers? So guys, first of all, right, I need to find out in 456 rulers, how many groups of 24 rulers are there? Okay, so what I will do is that I will take 456 divided by 24. I know that there will be 19 groups of 24 rulers. Okay, so these 19 groups, right, each group you have to pay $7. So of course the total cost, we will take 19 times $7, and the total cost will be $133. Question 2. Taeyong was standing at the coffee shop facing south. So how many degrees would he need to turn in the anti-clockwise direction to face the bank? Okay guys, first of all, right, I think we have to orientate ourselves. Where is the north, south, east, west, and the north, east, north, south, southeast, southwest, all this direction. So guys, I'll teach you this very easy method. Okay, just remember this mnemonic: naughty elephant spray water. So as you go clockwise, right, naughty elephant spray water. Okay, so of course in the middle of north and east, it will be northeast, and this will be southeast, this will be southwest, this will be northwest, and you will get all 8 directions. So we know that Taeyong was standing at the coffee shop facing the south. So facing the south, that means he's facing the south is down, right? So he's facing the swimming pool. Okay, so he's going to turn anti-clockwise. Okay, so anti-clockwise, guys, imagine if this is a clock face, right? Let's say this is 12, right? This is 12, 1, 2, 3. So as you go this direction, right, this direction, because it's 1, 2, 3, you follow the clock order, it's called clockwise. But if you turn the other direction, right, like 3, 2, 1, if you go 3, 2, 1, that means it's anti-clockwise. So now we are going to go anti-clockwise. That means you are going to go this direction, and you have to turn all the way until he reach the bank. So you have to turn all the way up to here. Okay, and guys, to solve this question, right, you need to find out how many degrees does one gap here represent. Okay, if you can see, there's all together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 gaps in a circle. And you know when you go one complete round, it has to be 360 degrees, right? So this 360 degrees, if you divide it by 8, you will get 45 degrees. So each gap represents 45 degrees. So how many gaps did Taeyong have to turn? It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so has to turn 7 gaps. That will be 7 times 45. You will get 315. Okay, okay. Another method, right? Method 2, you can also do, because this is a complete round, right? It's short of 1 gap to get a complete round, right? So you can also do 360 minus 15. I will also get 315 degrees. Okay, so that's the answer. Question 3. What is the area of the shaded triangle below? Okay, so guys, you remember when we want to find the area of the triangle, right, we have to find the base and the height, because the area of a triangle equals to half times base times the height. And if you take this as the base, right, okay, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 squares, right? 1 square is 1 cm, so 6 squares will be 6 cm. Okay, and if this is the base, we can find the height. And remember, I told you to find the height by this method, right? You just put the ruler, this part of the ruler on the base, and you slide it until the ruler touches the highest point, okay, which is down here. Okay, so can you see this is the height? And guys, make sure when you are finding the area of the triangle, the base and the height, they must form a T shape, okay, with a right angle in between them. If not, you'll be using the wrong value, okay, or the wrong size. And for the height, right, if you were to count, it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 squares, so it will be 8 cm. 8 cm. So I will get half times 6 times 8. Okay, and of course I will get the answer as 24 square centimeter. Question 4. Anne, Joe and Sue shared a packet of keychains in the ratio 5:3:8. Okay guys, this ratio I told you before, that means it's exactly like, you know, Anne has 5 units, Joe would have 3 units, and Sue will have 8 units. Okay, and of course I don't know how much is 1 unit. Okay, so you look at this statement and you have to check whether is it true, false, or not possible to tell. So the difference between the number of Sue's keychain and the number of Anne's keychain is the same as the number of Joe's keychain. Okay, so guys, if we take Sue and Anne, right, Sue and Anne, the difference is 8 unit minus 5 unit. So 8 unit minus 5 unit, I get 3 units, and 3 units is exactly what Joe has. Okay, so the difference between Sue and Anne's keychain is the same as the number of Joe's keychain. This statement is definitely true. Because the difference is 3 units, Joe also has 3 units. Okay, and next, it says that Joe and Anne have 8 keychains all together. Okay guys, you see, Joe and Anne, they have 3 units and 5 units respectively, so the total will be 8 units. But guys, 1 unit, we don't know how many keychain it could mean. It can mean one keychain, it can mean 2 keychain, 5 keychain, 10 keychains, 15, 20, 25. So we don't know what is 1 unit, and in this question, right, there is not enough information to tell us what is 1 unit. So 8 units of keychain does not mean 8 keychain. Okay, so of course this is false. Okay, or okay guys, 1 unit can also mean 1 keychain. You get what I mean? Just that we do not have the information on what is 1 unit. So in this case, I think a better answer, it would be not possible to tell. Okay, get it? Okay, now let's look at question 5. The table below shows the opening hour of a clinic. So it's open in the morning from 8:30 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. Okay guys, let's do a timeline so we can add up the hours. So 8:30 a.m. to 12:45, right? Okay, so what we can do is, sorry, let me put a 0. Okay, from 8:30 guys, what we do is that we go to 9 first. Okay, go to the next hour. So go step by step. Try not to skip step, because later you'll end up with the wrong answer. So 8:30 to 9, right, is actually 30 minutes away. So this is 30 minutes. Okay, so from 9 we can move on to the last hour here. So 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. is 10, 11, 12. So that will be 3 hours. So from 12 p.m. to 12:45 is another 45 minutes. Okay, so all in all, right, okay, if you add up all this together, 30 minutes plus 45 minutes, right, that will be 1 hour and 15 minutes. So down here I will have 4 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, then next, in the afternoon, right, it's open from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Okay, so of course I'll move to, because this is already at the hour mark, so I move to the last hour, which is 4 p.m. That will give us 2 hours, and from 4 to 4:30 is another 30 minutes. Okay, and lastly 7 p.m. to 8:30, 7 to 8, that will be 1 hour, then another 30 minutes. Okay, so in the afternoon it is open for 2 hours and 30 minutes, and at night it is open for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay, so guys, now let's group the minutes together to form hour. Can you see that these two 30 minutes, they will form 1 hour? So I'm left with 15 minutes here, right? So it will be 15 minutes, and this is 1 hour plus 4, 1 plus 4 5 plus 2 7 plus 1 8 hours. So the clinic is open for 8 hours and 15 minutes every day. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, question 6. Mrs. Bala bought a packet of candies. She gave each of her 25 pupils an equal number of candies and had 55 candies left. Mrs. Manu bought the same packet of candies for her 33 pupils. So guys, the keyword here is that the packet of candies is the same. So they should have the same number. Okay, and Mrs. Manu gave each pupil 10 candies and had 50 candies left. Okay, so how many candies did Mrs. Bala give each of her pupils? So guys, we can find the number of candies in each packet. Okay, but of course I cannot find it from Mrs. Bala. I can find it from Mrs. Manu. Okay, the reason is because, right, okay, we know how many pupils are there and how many candies he gave each of the 33 pupils, and she also has 50 candies left. Okay, so what we can do here, right, I think this question we don't have to draw model, is quite straightforward. It will be just 33 times 10. I have 330. Okay, and then she has 50 candies left, right? So total number of candies in the packet, it will be 330 plus 50. So I have 380. Okay, and now we can go back to Mrs. Bala. Okay, Mrs. Bala gave 25 pupils an equal number of candies and had 55 left. Okay, so what I can do is that I first take away the 55 candy left. So I know that there are altogether 325 candies that were distributed or given away to 25 pupils. Okay, so how many candies did Mrs. Bala give each of her pupils? I just need to take 325 divided by 25. Okay, so I'll get the answer. It should be 13. Just let me check. Okay, 13 candies each. Okay, so that's the answer. Question 7. Yen spent an equal amount of money on 8 mugs and 6 bowls. So each bowl cost $22.20. So how much less did each mug cost than each bowl? So we know that the cost of 8 mugs is the same as 6 bowls. So what we can do is this. So 8 mugs costs the same as 6 bowls. So it's like, ratio. So we can simplify this, right, to the simplest term. So it becomes divide by 2, divide by 2. So we know that 4 mugs costs the same as 3 bowls. Okay guys, so if we know that 4 mugs is the same as 3 bowls, we need to just draw the model. So this is mug, this is bowl. So if I have 4 mugs, it costs the same, so the total is the same, and I will divide the total by 3. Okay, so this tells you that it is 1 2 3 4 4 mugs, 1 2 3 3 bowls, and the total of 4 mugs and 3 bowls, they are the same. So what we need to do is to change this unit and this unit to the same unit size. Okay, so how will we go about doing it? There are 4 here, there are 3 here. So we will list down the lowest common multiple. So this is 4, 8, 12. Okay, and for 3, 3, 6, 9, 12. Can you see that 12 is the lowest common multiple? So to make the entire thing 12 units, so this is 4. So each unit I have to take 12 divided by 4. Okay, and 12 divided by 4, I get 3. So each unit for the mark, right, change to 3 units each. Then for the bottom is 12 divided by 3. So each one change to 4 units. Can you see that now? Both of the total are 12 units now. Okay, so we know that one mark costs 3 units and one bowl is 4 units. Okay, and if each bowl costs $22.20, right? Okay, so that means 4 units is $22.20, and 1 unit will be $22.20 divided by 4, and that will give us $5.55. Okay, and one mark is 3 units, right? So I can find 3 units. So 3 units will be 555 times 3. That will give me $16.65. Okay, and in fact, how much less did each mark cost than each bowl? So that will be just 1 unit. Okay, so in fact, when you see this 1 unit, that is the answer already. But if you want, you can also take the cost of the bowl, 22.20 minus 16.65. You will also get 5.55. Okay, so for those students who are sharper, who are better, once you reach this 1 unit, you know that that's the answer, because 4 unit minus 1 unit, the difference is 1 unit. Okay, that's it. Question 8. Use a ruler and a set square to draw a line GH which is parallel to line EF shown below. Okay, so guys, this is EF. So please take note, parallel, right? Okay, you look at the 2L, okay, in it. So we are going to draw something like 2L that goes in the same direction. Okay, and some students will confuse it with perpendicular. Perpendicular, we need a T-shape. Okay, so in this case, we are drawing a parallel line, so we need a double L. So we have like a L here, so we need another L. So we can use a ruler and a set square. So we can just do this. Put the ruler in line with EF. Then place another ruler or set square at this side of the ruler, and then you slide it up and then you draw. Okay, but guys, I'm going to teach you a more accurate way is by counting the square. Okay, so you look at this FG, right? FE, right? You start off with F, you go to the right, you go to the left, which is this way. You need to go to the left 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 squares. Then after that, if you want to reach E, right, you have to go up 1, 2. So you have to go up 2 squares. Okay, take note. So if we want to draw GH, which is parallel to EF, right? So we can just go up maybe 1, 2 to get, so this will be H. Okay, because H is at the back, right? F is at the back. So H is directly above F. So to reach G, right, I will do the same thing. Go to the left, how many squares? 4 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I need to go up 2 space, right? So 1, 2. So my G should be here. Okay, then I can just draw the line. Okay, and they are exactly parallel. That's the advantage of using the counting square method, right? Is that it will be more accurate. Because sometimes when you shift your ruler, right, you might shift it a little bit out and then you might be penalized. Okay, so let's look at B. Okay, draw and complete a square ABCD in the given line from the given line AB and label the square ABCD. Okay guys, to draw a square, I don't think it's difficult. Okay, so this is, you have to count the number of square or number of gaps. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if it's 6 gaps, so all the 4 sides must have the same length, so must have 6 gaps. So you will draw this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then same thing, you draw down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And lastly, complete it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So make sure that it looks like a square. It has 4 equal sides, and all the sides, they form a T shape here, perpendicular. So now when we have to label, you can see we have to label the square. So how to label, right guys? The square is called ABCD. Okay, so A, B, the next corner it has to be C. So of course this has to be C, D. So as you go one round, right? A, B, C, D. If you label this D and C, it will be wrong because you cannot go A, B, C, D. You have to follow the line. So A, B, C, D. Okay. So please take note, label. A lot of people just draw without labeling. Then you see this is 2 marks here, right? They only get 1 mark. Question 9. Si Yun paid a total amount of $198.70 for 2 similar dresses and 4 similar pairs of shorts. So each dress cost $38.60 more than each pair of shorts. So how much did Si Yun pay for each pair of shorts? Guys, first of all, right, we have to go into this question with the second sentence. Okay, we know that the dress costs $38.60 more than each pair of shorts. So let's draw this first. So to draw the shorts unit, right? Okay, can you see that the dress, it should be more expensive, so it should be longer. Okay, so the shorts, I'll just draw it as 1 unit. But for the dress, I'll draw it as 1 unit. And can you see that it is $38.60 more? So it has an extra box of $38.60. Okay, so now I'm ready to represent the first sentence. The total is 198.70, right, for 2 similar dresses and 4 pairs of shorts. So I'm going to draw all 6 of them. So 2 dresses, and 1, 2, 3, 4 shorts. Okay, so I'm going to draw it this way. 1 dress, 2 dresses, and each dress has an extra box of $38.60, and then I have 4 shorts, means 4 units at the bottom. And the total would be 198.70. Okay, so I think after I draw this model, you should know how to continue, right? Isn't it just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals to the total? Take away these two, 38.6, right? So 6 units will give us 198.7 minus 38.6 minus 38.6. Okay, so that will give us $121.50. Okay, and if I were to find 1 unit, right, so it will be 121.50 divided by 6. So each unit is $20.25. Okay, and just nice, 1 unit is actually the cost of the of 1 pair of shorts. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay. Okay, question 10. The figure below is made out of a rectangle BCDF and a square FGHE. So the area of the figure is 2097 square centimeter. So what is the length of ED? Okay, so this is ED, which is the one that we want to find. Okay, so guys, first of all, right, we have the total area. Okay, so we have the total area of the rectangle and of course of the square. Okay, and both of them equals to 2097 when added together. So first of all, I want to find ED. Do you realize that if I can find FD, right, which is the length of this rectangle, I just need to minus off the length of this the square, then I can find ED. Okay, because this side is 23 cm and this is also 23 cm, right? So okay, first step, what we do is that we find the area of the square. How to find the area of the square? Area of the square is E, F, G, H. It's just 23 times 23. Okay, so 23 times 23 is 529. So we can find the area of this rectangle, right? We just take the total minus of the area of the square. Okay, so the area of B, C, D, F equals to 2097 minus 529. Okay, that will be 1568. Okay, next, this is the area of the rectangle. I have the breadth, so I can find what is the length, right? Okay, so FD equals to 1568 divided by 28. I will have 56 cm. Okay, and guys, if this is 56 cm, right, this is 23. Okay, maybe I just label for you. If this is going to be 56, I just take 56 minus 23, I can find ED. Okay, so ED is just 56 minus 23. I will have 33 cm. Okay, so that's the answer. Question 11. Guys, this is a very straightforward question. Okay, in fact, I think it should be something like a P4 question. So first of all, we know that the ratio of the number of mangoes to the number of pears was 6:5, right? So there were 89 fewer pears than mangoes and 28 mangoes turned bad. So how many mangoes were there in the end? Okay, so it's very straightforward. We just need to draw the number of mangoes and the number of units of mangoes and pears. Can you see that the ratio is 6:5? So mango 6 units, pears 5 units. Okay. So there is one lesser pear unit than the mango unit, right? And it says that there were 89 fewer pears than mango. So isn't it telling you that one unit is actually 89, right? So it's actually quite straightforward, right? We can find out how many mangoes are there. So if one unit is 89, so mangoes will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 units. So 6 units would be 6 times 89. We have 534, right? And 28 mangoes have turned bad. So what is left is just 534 minus 28. I have 506. Okay, so that's the answer. Question 12. The figure below is made up of 3 triangles and a square. So the length of AD is 2 times the length of AC. So what is the area of the whole figure? So guys, to find the area of the whole figure, we have to do it part by part. Can you see that it's made up of 2 small triangles? So I have to find the area of this triangle, area of this triangle. Number 3, the area of the square. Number 4, the area of the larger triangle. And we just add up everything. Okay, so guys, to find the area of this triangle, right, we need the base and we need the height. Can you see that it's already right angle? Okay, so this is the base, this is the height. Can you see this stroke here? This stroke tells you that they are the same size. So this is 15, this will be 15. And this is 15, this will be 15. So these two triangles, they have the same base, same height. So of course, they would have the same area. Okay, then next, it says that AD is 2 times the length of AC, right? So this AD is 2 times of 15. So that means this is also 15. So A to D, it is 30 meters. And same thing, D to F, it must also be 30 meters. Okay? And guys, if you look at this, right? Okay, now if we translate to the last triangle, this is the base of the triangle, right? And if I were to take a ruler, okay, I put this short end of the ruler at the base and I slide it to the highest point, which is E. Can you see this is the height? Okay, so if this is the height, are we able to find this? We can. You can see that there's this 82 meters here, and this is 30. So this should be 82 minus 30. That will be 52 meters. Okay, so guys, now we are ready to calculate the area of the individual shapes, and we'll add them together to find the total area of the whole figure. So first of all, let's find this, the first and the second. Okay, so triangle 1 and 2, it is, each one of them is half times base, which is 15, times the height is also 15, but there are 2 of them, so we times 2. Okay, so that will give us 225. Okay, then now we are ready to find the square. Square is number 3, yeah? Okay, square is number 3, so it will be just 30 times 30. Okay, 30 times 30, I will get 900. Then now we are ready to find the figure number 4, which is the triangle. Okay, so figure number 4, which is this triangle here. Isn't it just half times 30 times 52? Okay, it is 780. Okay, so to find the total area, right, we just need to add up figure 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that will be 225 plus 900 plus 780. I will get 1905. Look at the unit, please. It's in meter, right? All are in meter. Okay, so it should be meter square or square meter. Okay, that's the answer. Question 13. 2 liters and 40 ml of water can fill exactly 3 similar jugs or 2 similar kettles. Okay, so A, when each jug is completely filled, how much water can it hold? Leave your answer in ml. Okay, so guys, can you please take note that 1 liter equals to how many ml? It's not 100. A lot of people will tell me 100, but it's not. It's 1000 ml. Okay, so to do calculations with regards to like liter and ml, right, it will be recommended that you change them to ml. Okay, so this will be 2040 ml. Okay, so we know that this 2 liter and 40 ml can fill exactly 3 jugs, right? So if you want to fill only 1 jug, so isn't it just the answer for A is just take 2040, you divide it by 3, okay, and then of course you will get the answer as 680 ml. Okay, so that's part A. For part B, right, when 3 such kettles are completely filled, okay, so you are going to pour the water from these 3 kettles into 18 glasses. Okay, so guys, first of all, let's find the amount of water in 1 kettle. Okay, can you see that this 2 liter and 40 ml can fill 2 kettle, right? So one kettle, it will be just 2040 divided by 2. So that will be 1020. So when I have 3 kettle, right, it will be 1020 times 3. This will be 3060. And I'm going to pour this 3 kettle of water into 18 glasses, right? And we know 1 glass is 150 ml. So how much water is left in the kettle? We need to find out how much water is there in the 18 glasses first. So one glass is 150. So 18 glasses will be just 18 times 150. Okay, so that will be 2700. So I'm going to pour this amount of water all into the glasses. Okay, 18 glasses. But there will be some water left, right? So what is left? It's just 3060 minus 2700. And what is left? It will be 360 ml. Okay, so that's the answer for part B. Okay, question 14. Okay, a box 3/8 filled with beans has a total mass of 5 3/4 kg. Okay, so when the same box is completely filled with beans, the total mass is 13 7/10 kg. So what is the mass of the box when it is empty? Leave your answer in kg. So guys, leave your answer in kg. That means you will just work with the mixed number. Okay, don't worry about the addition and subtraction and multiplication because you are going to use the calculator to help you. Okay, so guys, the key thing to drawing the model, right, in this case, we are not just drawing the model just based on the mass of the beans. There is a box, so the box has a mass as well. So if I'm drawing the mass of this 5 3/4 kg, right, this mass includes the mass of the box plus 3/8 of the mass filled with beans. Okay, so what we need to do, right, is that we know that this is the box. Okay, this is the box, and 3/8, right, it tells you that the beans all together, there are how many units? 8 units, right? So this is when it's completely filled. Okay, then we have the box which is 3/8 filled with beans. So that will be the box plus 3 units, and this will give us 5 3/4. And when the box is completely filled with beans, the total mass is 13 7/10 kg. So completely filled means the box plus all 8 units. Okay, so this will be 13 7/10 kg. Okay, so guys, can you see the difference? Okay, what we can find is that 1 2 3 4 5 units of the beans, which is this 5 unit, it means 5/8 of the beans. Okay, if I can just, this is 5/8, this is 3/8, that's why this whole thing is 8/8. Okay, so for 5 units, right, it is 13 7/10 minus 5 3/4. Okay, so just let me use the calculator and calculate. So I have 7 and 19/20. Guys, do not use a manual calculation or calculate on your own. Okay, it's going to take a while, and it's more likely that you'll make a mistake compared to using a calculator. This is paper 2, use a calculator. So I can find 1 unit. So 1 unit will be just divided by 5. So I will have 1/59/100. Okay, so what I can do is that I want to find the mass of the box, right, when it's empty, right? So that means I have to take 5 3/4 minus 3 units, or I can take this 13 and 7 over 10 kg minus 8 units. So I'll just do the one that involved the 3 units. Okay, so 3 units will be 159 over 100 times 3. Okay, so times 3, what will I get? I will get 4 and 77 over 100. Okay, so what I'll do now is that the box is just 5 and 3/4, take away 4 and 77 over 100. So this, take the total minus the 3 units, I can get the box. Okay, so the answer that I will get, it will be I'll get 49 over 50 kg. Okay, so that's the answer. Question 15. Square K and rectangle L overlap to form the figure below. Okay, can you see that it's just a square and a rectangle? When they overlap, there's an overlap region of a triangle. Okay, and the ratio of the area of the shaded part to the area of square K to the area of rectangle L is 1:2:5. So it just tells you that this shaded part, okay, is 1, right? So 1 unit. Okay, can you all see it? Yeah, I think you can see. Then next, can you see that this square, right? Okay, it is actually 2 times. Can you see this is a mirror image? So this square is 2 times of this triangle. So this square will be 2 units. So that means the one on top is also 1 unit. That's why this square, it forms 2 units here. Okay, and of course, the rectangle L is this, right? Okay, the whole thing is 5 units. So if this part of the rectangle is 1 unit, the rest here, right? The rest here, let me just shade it for you. The rest here, it has to be 4 units so that it forms 5 units in total. Is that clear? Okay, so now we know that the area of rectangle L is 105 square centimeter. So find the area of the shaded part. So rectangle L is 5 units, right? So 5 units is 105. So the shaded area or shaded part is just 1 unit, right? So I just take 1 unit equals to 105 divided by 5. I have 21 square centimeter. Okay, and guys, next part, find the area of the whole figure, right? To find the area of the whole figure, a lot of students will just do this. Okay, they will just take they'll add up the total units here, which is 1 plus 2 plus 5. But if you take 1 plus 2 plus 5, right, you will overcount. You know why? 1 plus 2 plus 5 is 8, right? But if you look at this, okay, you are actually overcounting because there's an overlap area of this 1 unit here. Okay, so if you look at this figure on its own, right, it's only 1 unit plus 1 unit plus 4 units. Okay, it's not 8 because there is an overlap. This region here is overlap. In fact, it's overlap 2 times. That's why you get an extra 2 units. So please put in the units like what I did, and you count physically how many units there are all together in this entire whole figure. Okay, so the total units, it will be just 1 unit plus 1 unit plus 4 units equals to 6 units. Okay, so you just need to find 6 units equals to 6 times 21. That will be 126 square centimeter. Okay, and that's the answer. Alright, question 16 is number pattern. So Howard used gray and white squares to make figures that form a pattern. Okay, so this is figure 1, figure 2, and figure 3. Okay, so figure 1, right, there are like 1, 2, 3 gray square as you go from figure 1 to figure 3. Okay, then if you go to figure 4, guys, first of all, you have to look at the patterns, you see. So the next one is like, you know, from this figure 1 to figure 2, we just need to add 1 more layer to the bottom. Am I right? Okay, so of course, if I were to draw figure 4, right, it's just adding 1 more. So that will be just there are how many layers? 1, 2, 3. So figure 4 will have 4 layers at the bottom. Okay, and of course figure 4 will have how many gray square? 4. Okay, so there is a pattern. If you see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, this number of gray square it also goes from 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means it plus 1, plus 1, plus 1 every increment of figure number. Okay, next, if you look at the number of white squares, right? Number of white squares, can you see that it's from 3 to 5 to 7. So it's always plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. Okay, and if you find the number of squares, right? Number of squares, it will be, is it 4, 7, 10. So there is a pattern. It's always plus 3, plus 3. So the next one, of course, is also plus 3. Okay, so it will be 13. Okay, so next, if we were to look at B, right? Find the total number of squares in figure 11. Okay, so what we can do is that, you know guys, it's always plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, right? So a method that is very time consuming, but it will be guaranteed that you get the correct answer is that you just keep adding. So figure 5 will be plus 3, will be 16. Then figure 6 will be 16 plus 3, 19. And you keep adding until figure 11. Okay, but I'm going to teach you a shortcut. If you look at this pattern, right, can you see that the first figure, it is 4. Then every subsequent figure, you plus 3. Okay, so if you are looking at figure 11, right? Okay, if you are looking at figure 11, that means it will be 4. Then after that, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. So there will be altogether 11 figures. So guys, the first one is not 3. So what we need to do is that out of these 11 numbers, right? I will take 11 minus 1 equals to 10. So that means there will only be 10 numbers of 3 because the first number is 4. You get it, right? So what I will do is that the total sum of this 11 figures, right? It will be just 10 times 3, 30. Okay, then you must plus back the first figure. The first one has 4, right? So it will be 30 plus 4. So the answer is 34. Okay? So if you look at C, right? Guys, a figure number has altogether 52 squares. So how many white squares were there in this figure number? Okay guys, white squares will be how many? White squares, can you see that is actually to get these white squares, right? If I have the total and the gray, right? It's just the total number of squares minus of the gray squares. Okay, so can you see that I have the total number of squares 52, but can I get the gray square? Okay, to get the gray square, guys, basically I need to find the figure number, because this number of the figure number is the same as the gray square. So what we can do is this. Okay, can you see that for the total number of squares, right? It is actually 4, like what I did here. 4, then plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. So altogether, I will get 52, right? So how many times did I plus 3 here? Okay, let me just check. So I take 52 minus 4, I have 48. 48 divided by 3, I have 16. So there are 16 3's here, then plus this 4, because 4 is also add 1 to the figure number. So the figure number, it should be 16 plus 1 equals to 17. Okay, so if figure number is 17, right, it means that there are altogether number of gray squares will be also 17. Okay, because if you look at the table, right, the figure number and the number of gray square is the same. So if I want to find the white squares, right, okay, I just need to take the total, which is 52 minus 17. That will give me 35. Okay, so that's the answer. Okay, question 17. Okay, a group of pupils learned to play musical instruments during passion pursuit. So 2/5 of them learned to play the guitar, and 1/4 of the rest of the pupils learned to play the drum. And all the remaining pupils learned to play the recorder. So a total of 255 pupils learned to play the guitar and the recorder. Okay guys, part A, they are asking what fraction of the group of pupils learned to play the recorder. So I'm going to show you all two methods. Okay, the first part I'm going to use this branching method. Okay, so let me show it to you. So branching method, right guys, you know that all the students will start off with one whole. Okay, one whole, then we slowly branch out, okay, and divide them into fractions. So we know that 2/5 of them, they learn guitar, okay, and this will be the remaining, right? This will be the remaining, and it will be 3/5, okay. So it says one quarter of the rest of the pupils learned to play drum. So what is 1/4 of the rest, which is the remaining? So drum, right? It will be 1/4 of the remaining, which is 1/4 times 3/5. Am I right? So that will be 3/20. Okay? So then the rest will be recorder. So how do we find recorder? It's very simple, right? The remaining, total of the remaining is 3/5, and the drum is 3/20. So the recorder, isn't it just take 3/5, you minus 3/20, that will give you 9/20. Okay, so that's the answer for part A. Now part B, right? How many pupils were there in the groups? Okay guys, when we want to do this, right, I think it's recommended that we stick to our O method, which is the layering method. So it says 2/5 of them, right? So 2/5 of them, I can draw 5 units, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And 2/5 of them learn guitar. So this is guitar. Then this is the rest, so I'll dot it down. So this will be the rest. And guys, the rest, we know that the rest is actually how many units? Is 1/4, right? Okay, so I divide this into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1/4 of them, they learn the drum. And the rest learn recorder. Okay, and we know that a total of 255 pupils learn to play the guitar and the recorder. Okay, so what we need to do here, right guys, I think we just need to change them to the same units. Can you see that this is actually 3 units and 4, they have the same quantity. So we have to make these 2 unit size the same. So how to make them the same? We list out the common factor. This is 3, right? So 3, 6, 9, 12. This is 4, 8, 12. Lowest common multiple is 12, right? Okay, so this one can be changed to 4 units, 4 units, 4 units, 3 units, 3 units, 3 units, 3 units. So this is 4 units, 4 units. So in short, we can actually say that the guitar will be altogether 8 units because 4 plus 4, and the drum 3 units, and the recorder would be 3 times 3, 9 units. Okay, so if 255 of the pupils learn to play guitar and recorder, right? So guitar plus recorder, that will be 8 plus 9, 17 units. So 17 units equals to 255. Okay, so how many pupils were there in the group? In all, there will be 4 times 5, 20. Okay, so I need to find 1 unit. 1 unit will be 255 divided by 17, 15. And I want to find 20 units. 20 units will be 20 times 15, 300. Okay, so that's the answer.